Let's sip and talk. I'm Shay.
I'm Daisy.
And I'm back at you with another episode of Let's Sip and Talk. Let's start off by saying welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I haven't did a podcast or recorded an episode since April 29th of 2020. And the crazy part is I was pregnant AF. And only I knew, nobody else. And I tricked Daisy into thinking I was drinking wine, but I was really drinking orange juice. But today, baby, we got wine.
It's real this time.
Hello. Not doing that again. But welcome back. Hopefully I didn't lose too many of my 12 followers. But one day it's going to be more. We're going to draw and see if are we going to start off ratchet or we're going to start off righteous. So, Daisy, I mean, it's only two, but, we going to make it work. Right. You do the honors. It's on, hold on, wait. This is sticking to the bottom. Okay, whatever. All right. Close your eyeballs. Maybe I should have put more in there, but we going to start off ratchet. Let's get ratchet. So, okay, so we starting off ratchet. But, I'm not on social media right now, so I don't really know what's too much going on because I'm fasting. Welcome to my life of being Catholic. Let's talk about guys and how they talk a big game about how they put it down in the bedroom.
That's
like, though I feel like those are the worst guys ever because they be like, oh, I'm going to make you do this, make you feel like this, I'm going to put it down like this, you going to be knocked out afterwards. It don't be none of that.
It don't. From experience, I really feel like guys that talk the most is always the most disappointing. I have never met a guy who talks a lot of shit about what's going to happen and then you actually be satisfied. But I'm not sure if it's really they're trash or you're looking for expectation that they try to set and then get fulfilled.
I think is the expectation because in your mind you like, dang, you about to really put it down. You about to go ape shit. I'm about to be locked in, and then it'd be like, wow, what was that?
Exactly.
So, and I'm like, I know I can't be the only one that think this or have experienced this because let's be clear, ladies, we know they are out there. So,
man.
Watch out for them guys who talk the big talk. It's them silent ones that be the killers.
Okay.
Silent killers. That's what we gonna call
them. As soon as he say something, just run.
Soon as he gets to talking or y'all about to finally make it to that point, after y'all know a few little dates or whatever floats your boat on how you want to get it done. But, But once it gets to that time and he be texting you like, oh, we about to do this, I'm about to do this, get ready for this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. Or when he come over, he just be like, all right, bro, you got to go. Because trust me, sis, it ain't it. That's not what's that. It'd be them silent killers that'll get you every time. And then I hear a lot lately, or like I read a lot lately about guys and I don't know. Maybe it is different for everybody because nobody is the same. But like, if you could give like a guy friend, I wouldn't say an ex because I'm not giving my ex no type of tip or nothing. But if you could give like a guy friend, like if your guy friend came to you like, damn Daisy, I like this girl, I'm feeling her, like, I'm nervous, it's gonna be our first time. Like, what are some sex tips you would give him to get through like the first time or just in general? Or like, okay, I take it back. Say like if your little brother, well, we know we got a few years,
right?
But say your little brother comes to you like sis, I need help. Like, what are some tips you would give him?
I think the most important thing is always to take it slow and read the room. I think a lot of guys, like I know personal experience, it could have been a guy that possibly could have been a nice guy, but he ruined it by just trying to move too fast or just act off what he wanted to do instead of reading the room,
Mm-hmm.
It is one of those things that it is hard to tell because some girls like myself, I prefer a guy to make the first move. So if she's not giving you that sign, you kind of don't know what
to do. I want you to read my vibe and then take it from there.
And that's the thing too, is like I'm more of a read my vibe because I'm not going to make the first move. when I don't know you, like in the beginning. Obviously, after a while, it's different. But in the beginning, like, I'm not going to make the first move. So with that being said, read the room first. Like, you don't ever just rush into it. Make sure that person's comfortable. Maybe even have conversations, like, you know, don't be blunt about it, but just say little things and try to pick up on stuff. Secondly, learn the girl. When you do make that move, try to learn her body. Learn things that you like. Even when y'all having conversations, bring it up. Maybe play some, you can go on Amazon and order like a little date night game card.
I've been looking
and
at
then ask certain little questions like that. So maybe learn some stuff so when it is that time, you kind of know what she likes.
Right.
And then thirdly, what we just talked about, don't go around bragging about nothing because you might be whack and a girl might like it. But you going around setting up this tone like you that nigga.
And trust me, we know Daisy
don't ruin that for
know.
yourself.
Daisy might crush your little hopes and dreams a little bit.
Okay.
But you gotta please my sis. But me, I'm kind of like the same way. Like, read the room. Like, don't just make assumptions. Especially like, I don't know, people get around girls that they think is known and like automatically just like assume like, oh well, I heard about her this. First of all, let's stop there. First of all, don't listen to he say she say when it comes to nobody, especially in like a small town. That if you live in a small town, like, you definitely cannot go by he say she say, because let's be clear, people could be jealous, people could just be hating, or people just don't want like nobody with that person or whatever the case may be. So that's my first tip. Like, don't go off he say she say. Don't listen to your boys. Don't listen to your cousins. Like, don't listen to your daddies. Like, learn the person for yourself. Second tip, like you said, don't go boasting around, especially if it's your first time. Like, yeah, don't let it be your first time and you just going around like you done did it like 50 billion times and it's your first time and then you in there and out, and then that's going to look bad on you, because sis could definitely spread the word. Once upon a time, they had this website called, what was it called? It was basically a website where you could rate a guy.
Really?
I didn't know this was a thing, and I went to go find it, and it's definitely not there no more. But they talk about it, like, I hear it on the radio, like all the time. Like, yeah, it used to be like a Yelp for guys, like, we can review, like, I'm like, shit, we need to bring that back. Like, don't steal my idea now, y'all. Don't steal my idea, but definitely need to bring that back, because it's been could left a few Yelp reviews on a few things. Yeah, I definitely could have, like, that definitely should still be a thing, especially now that, like, social media and any internet is, like, heavier use than anything, because that's just this generation. That's where we're headed. We're headed into the future, so it's, like, inevitable to, like, not be there. But, yeah, then the third tip is, it's about, I know Daisy probably going to shut this down, but sometimes, you know, guys, if you're not packing like that, you're a little lightweight, you know, find other ways, read up on other ways to, like, help please a girl or whatever, just so, like, she can't be like, oh man, that's like small, like I can't do nothing with that. But, you know, just read up on a few different things you can do to please a girl. I know they're probably not gonna agree with that, but
first of all, I'm gonna start off by saying, if you know you can't get up behind this, don't even try.
Okay, guys. Every girl.
You do not fit the measurement requirements. Like, you and I both know this is not gonna work out.
All right, guys. Everybody not out here like this. Or me, but you know, that's just us. You know, that's just us. You know, it might be some. I've had conversations with girls where they be like, no, I want an average guy, or I like it small. So, you know, you might get lucky. But those are our 3 tips for that. And also, I've been watching this show called Married at First Sight, and very interesting show. Now that some of the couples, okay, so basically, if nobody knows, the show is about people literally meeting their husbands wives at the altar. Like, they don't know who they are, they don't know what their name is, they don't know what they look like or nothing. They literally just meeting them as soon as they walk down the aisle and saying, I do. Some couples have sex, you know, the first few nights. Some couples wait. So right now, like, two of my favorite couples, like, they still haven't had sex yet. They're waiting because they want a deeper connection with the person. So, do you feel like you need to have, like, a deep connection with someone before you have sex?
In that situation, I do. Me personally, at this age, now years ago, you know, we go through stuff and we try stuff just to try
right.
it. Now that I'm at the point now where I feel like sex can change things for you, like it can either make it better or worse, you know. I don't like to base, like, okay, I want to have a partner and we have great sex. Let's just start there. I don't want to be like, oh, I don't care, you know, because you want to be able to, you want to be able to enjoy your partner.
Can we just pause there? Because Daisy said, I'm not going to name them names because for one, I can't even remember the name. But sis was like, I'm not at that point where I'm not okay with not good sex. And when I say I laughed so hard, and I still think about that to that day because she was dead.
I'm not mature enough for that.
Fucking serious, bro. I'm like, she just said this out loud. Like, okay.
If you're not saying it.
She said, I'm not that old. But I said, okay.
Right.
But me either, but okay. I'm thinking it, but you said it.
Right.
So, okay. We got it.
But you know what? We do know that at the end of the day, it don't determine everything. And like people say, if the vibe is right and the vibe is there, it can make it work. You know, like I said, I haven't experienced that personally. But I do really feel like if it is some kind of, okay, even if you have a partner that has good sex. I've had two partners in particular that, in my opinion, have really good sex. But one was way better because our bond and chemistry and connection was incredible. The other one was like, size-wise, you're similar, but the way this person you feel is way better than the other person, you know?
And guys, just because you're packing, that don't mean nothing. Because if you don't know how to work it, what's the use? Like, now you just a waste. And I'm mad.
So disappointed.
But that's a conversation for another.
Like,
my nigga. Like, you, I feel like that's a catfish. That's a catfish at this point. Because what you packing for? Like, why did God bless you and you don't know how to use it?
Man.
Like, that's just a waste. But, going on, like, back to what you said, you did say, like, back in the day, not really so much. But, like, okay, say, for instance, like, he has literally everything that you're looking for in a partner. And, like, y'all haven't went there yet because y'all both, you know, just flowing with the vibe. And when you finally get there, it is not what you expected or is very disappointing. Would you, A, teach him or B, like, use, like, a backup alternative, like a toy, or C, would you just, like, not be with the situation at all?
If everything else is dead on, I would A, teach him first. Because I do feel like, I mean, I know it's levels too. I've been with people that it wasn't the best, but it was doable, you know? So I would pray that it's that and it's not like a nightmare, you know? But if it's
Daisy,
doable,
what is a nightmare?
Please. Some size nightmare.
Pencils nightmare.
Like, are we girl on girl? Like, what's going on? I'm confused. What's this guy?
Where are we? Like, how do we understand?
Does this even count? Like,
but okay, go ahead. Okay, that made me go
I would definitely prefer to teach that person first because, like we said, if the connection is there, you're gonna enjoy it some form, you know.
Right.
And hopefully that person wouldn't be offended with me teaching them what I like or a different alternative, you know. So you really hope.
Yeah, true. I think I'm the same way. I feel like, but if I have to show you more than twice, then it's a problem. Then you're just not catching up. Now I'm just gonna be mad at everything you do because I'm got attitude now.
Yeah.
Because now everything after that is just gonna annoy me. Cause it's like, all right, my nigga, I done gave you chance after chance and you still failing. Like, were you good at school? Like, what was your grade point average in school? Because clearly something is clicking. And this must have been a problem all your life. Because fuck. But it's interesting that you said that. Oh, man, I lost my train of thought when you had said. Oh, man, what did you say?
The thumb size.
Oh, the thumb size. Okay. With the thumb size, would you? Oh my God, I really lost my train of thought. That was really like I really wanted to say that too because I had like a rebuttal to what you said with the thumb size. I think it had more or less to do with like an orgasm, and I lost my train of thought.
Do you fake it?
Do you fake it? Have you ever?
I don't fake it.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, I don't fake it because I've been. It's been times I never forget. Some years ago, it was this guy who was pressing me for so long, and then there was a rumor that he had like this girlfriend or whatever, or even married. And I'm like, I'm not talking to him whatsoever. Like, it's not happening. We go out for drinks. Come to find out he wasn't married, but he did have like this baby mama girlfriend. He could not leave alone.
Ooh, child.
So he went out for drinks and stuff.
PTSD.
And I met him through my job, so it made it even worse. I mean, every time he come in, I'm gonna see him. You know. We go out for drinks, and then we end up just linking up. And I let one of my friends, don't want to say a name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Not
who
me.
Always encouraging.
Not me. It
always encourage me to do something like wrong. But she's like, just do it, have fun. Like, let the night go.
Okay,
let the night go how it go. And I do it. I picked my phone up in the middle of what was going on.
Stop.
I texted her. I told her I was so fucking mad at her. He saw me with my phone in my hand.
Daisy.
And he was like, what's wrong? I was like, I'm really ready to get up.
Daisy.
Like, I want to get up. I'm not about to make no fake sounds. I'm not about to fake nothing.
Stop.
Because that's so disappointing. Like,
I would hate if I was a guy. I hate to run into a girl like you.
Yeah, but I thought you should have the right to be able to say like,
I would never have sex again. Like you would give me PTSD.
But you should have the right to be able to like, you know what?
This ain't it.
Because I'm okay. That's going back a little bit to what you were saying about the whole the connection being there, because I know the kind of person I am. Like, I can like somebody, and the sex just isn't really all the way there. So I don't really desire to have sex like that. Now, if I like the sex, I want to do it 12 times a day if we can. Like, if we can find the time, I want to do it.
She got too much time. You ain't got enough time on your hands.
We're going to figure that shit out.
Bless her. Y'all going to be in the car, in the parking lot.
Whatever it takes.
In the family bathroom at the mall.
Whatever it takes. But if it's not that great,
can't.
It's hard to be as disappointed if you don't do it as often.
True.
You know? But with somebody like that, it was like, I mean, that was just the worst of the worst. Like, it was no way I could be with a person like that. Like, I'm cheating on you every day. Like,
like break up with him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would I put myself in that situation? I know we couldn't be together because that would be the option.
Guys out there, you need a friend like her to let y'all know, because.
And guys, be real. I had one guy in my entire life tell me, he was like, I'm not big like that. And I thought he was joking because I've never had a guy tell me that before. I heard guys to like they'll joke and be like, I'm average, or like they'll say stuff like that. This is the first guy I ever had who told me I'm not big like that. And I'm thinking I laughed at him like he probably trying to be funny. When we did something, I'm like, he was not on the second line. Like, I'm glad he knows. A lot of men would never admit that.
Honesty is going to always be key. I'd rather tell you how I feel. We can either be mad at each other, but we don't get past it, because I'm not good at keeping up with lies. Or you like oh, well, such and such said that I'm good, and I'm like, huh, what, I did? And I'm like, damn, like, yeah, honesty is definitely the best policy. It'll hurt. It will hurt, not gonna lie, but I'd rather hear the honesty and then get over that, and then you say, like, keep lying to me, because then that's where you fuck up at. And then that's like, I don't know, because I feel like sometimes guys, friends be knowing the tea. Trust me. Y'all, them girls that double back like, nah, your mans ain't this, that, and the third. They be knowing the tea, but they don't be trying to spill it. They be trying to, like, say they man's feelings, but for what? Y'all, that's your man, that's your friend. Like, y'all should, I feel like as much as guys hang with their friends, they should be open book with their friends. And somebody needs to tell somebody something, because somebody be lying.
I just like it's more embarrassing if you get that far with a person and you know that you know. I feel like even women know to an extent. Like, if you not able to get as wet or anything, you know, because everybody have different sizes and different things and all that kind of stuff. So you have some kind of idea. But and I feel like with guys, you know as well. Like you watch porn before. You didn't went to your girl's phone and seen the picture before. You didn't seen something to compare to. Like they ain't the only dick you ever seen. Like, so you for sure know that.
Who your favorite right now? You said Big Sean and who else?
Soulja Boy.
Even though Big Sean went online and said that's not. Even though Big Sean went online and said that was not him, that's not his pictures. But we don't go with that.
Well, I hope it's bigger or the same size as his
Baby,
real one.
stop. Alright, Janae Aiko gonna come get you about her man, girl. Okay.
Like, don't ever say the greatest or nothing.
I cannot. Like switching, switching topics and getting on a different topic. We all know scamming is like such a huge thing right now. From the unemployment scams to the PVP scams to just people just scamming people in general. But it was this story that just came out like a few months ago about this. I don't know his name because I can't remember his name because it's a foreign name. But they call him the Tinder Swindler. So basically, this guy made it seem like he was this Harris's girls and Harris's guys, right? That inherit like a lot of money, like from like their parents being like kings and queens.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not the brightest bulb in the story, but the guy pretended like his dad was like this rich king, prince, or whatever he was calling his dad, and that he was the heir to that. And he had this money, so he was flying out girls, buying them lavish things and blah, blah, blah. But then, a few months later, he'd act like he in a bind or somebody after him and had these girls getting $1,000 of loans, thousands of dollars of loans, credit cards, running it up. So basically, he wanted to dine this girl using another girl money. Then he started stealing from that girl to want to dine another girl, and so on and so forth. He only got like a couple of months in jail. But now this man got on a TV show coming out. He charged thousands of dollars to do those little voice memo things. I think it's called Venmo. Need to get into that. But yeah, it's called Venmo. Like basically, people will send him like money and what they want him to say. So like they could use like as a happy birthday or congratulations type thing.
Oh wow.
Have you ever scammed a guy, or have a guy ever scammed you?
I feel like I've been scammed before, and we know by who. Because scamming comes in different forms, True. Even if he didn't initially look at it like I'm scamming her, you do know who you can turn to get something out of,
And not paying back is a form of scamming to me.
That's how I feel.
Especially when you owe me some money and you out here in these streets is living your best life, and I'm still waiting on my money, like. Nah,
and it'll be petty stuff. It'll be like, oh my God, I'm about to run out of gas. Can you look out? And the kind of person I am, I'm like, well, if it was me, I wouldn't want to be stranded. But it just got to the point where it was like, every time you go to something, I'm the only person to call.
Right.
But when it comes to satisfying me on different levels, you're not available. Like, barely can get you to hang out. But obviously, you hanging out with your friends and need extra money. It was just stuff like that going on. And then again, there was like this person, so I didn't really mind. Then it was if it was me, I would hope that person is there. Then it turned into like, okay, once I realized like you never pay me back from all the time you said you would, I don't even feel bad no more because all the situations you can get in and stuff that you put yourself in. Mm-hmm. So I felt legitimately scammed. Like when it was all said and done, it was like you really got down. You took my kindness for weakness.
Yeah, that could be.
To the point where you sitting, you're like, I really feel stupid for even being this nice to this person.
That is a form of scam.
And that's why I'm so big on like. I recently, so it's a funny story because I'm big on that. Like, I don't like guys doing shit for me. Because I feel like I have to owe you back. And then two, if things don't work, I don't feel like I used you and, any of that. Even in relationships. Like, obviously I'll let my man lead to an extent, but I don't mind showing him I can do this, I can do that because I'm going to be able to do it when you leave. And I was doing it before you got here,
Right, same.
So I'm really big on, like, if you want to do it, you can do it. But I'll always show him that I'm willing to do something for myself.
Same.
But this guy, we were out and I needed gas, and I was gonna pay for my own gas. Obviously you gonna come my shit because I ain't that kind of girl. But I was like,
right.
I was gonna go in and pay with cash at first, but it was kind of cold, so I handed him the cash, and I was like, I don't want everything you did for me, and we both laughed at it, and he was like, why would I take your money to pay for the gas? I'm like, because ultimately this is our first date. I only picked him up because he was getting his car detailed and I didn't want to wait.
Are you sure he was getting his car?
Yeah, I saw him dropping it off.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I'm nosy. I'd be like, let me see what it says. So I can make sure my name on there. Cause Then, you gotta look at the license plate to see the sticker, make sure it's the same birthday as his birthday.
Right,
yeah.
Make sure you ain't driving your baby mama your
car.
We ain't got time for that.
So, and I'm like nosy like that, so I'm already looking at all his business. But we get in the car, and I just like that was my responsibility. It wasn't like he was like, I don't have a car, I'm gonna give you gas. Then I would have expected it from him. But whether he was in the car or not, I'm gonna need gas. So why not pay for my own gas? Right. But that's why I feel that way, because it's like, I don't want to, like you said, it's like it's a scam. I'm not paying nobody back no gas money. So you wasn't going to get it back, But, of course, him being a gentleman, he ended up passing me the money back, like, girl, get out of here. But he laughed it off, like, well, I'm glad to know that you'll do it for yourself if you need to. I'm like, I'll be like, and I wouldn't even look at him, if I paid for that gas, I wouldn't look at him no differently on the terms of, we weren't even locked in like that yet.
Right.
Now, we went in a couple days, and we like each other, like, right now, I don't know if I like you. To care if you did it or not.
Right, exactly.
I just got a free meal.
It's level.
So what was wrong with the gas? You paying for gas. Like,
yes, level.
But it was nice that he did it still, so that kind of spoke volume. And I tell you that all the time, like, it's not what you do, but like the reasons why you do it, you know? Like I said, I would have looked at him no differently, like negative, if he took my money. But with him paying, it was like, oh, okay.
This is the type of guy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I don't feel like I've ever been scammed because, for one, I'm selfish as fuck. If you're not my best friends, my close friends, or shit, some of my family probably couldn't even get it. But I'm not giving you no money. I take that back because it's been a situation where somebody asked me for some money, like, I'm going to give it back to you. But the thing with that was this person has given me money before without me even asking. And have like paid for like tons of stuff without me even asking, or just randomly send me money without even asking. So when he was like, "Hey, let me get this money until I get paid because blah 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 blah," I'm like, "All right, bet, no problem." And then got paid back. Plus, I knew what type of job he got. I knew when he got paid. And I knew where you lived at. Right. Plus, it wasn't nothing ever extreme. Like if you asking for me to give you over $100. Then it's a hell to the fuck no. Like I said, unless you like a really close friend. But other than that, I don't think I ever got scammed, and I don't see myself scamming other people because I try to like do the whole, oh, I'm gonna talk to him. I wouldn't even say try. I wanted to be that girl to be like, oh, I'm gonna talk to him because he got money. Because, like, I've seen it, like, a lot around me. I'm like, how these girls do this? Like, let me see. Like what's the tea? Like, let me see. And it just did not feel right to me. Like, I couldn't even, like, I jokingly text somebody was like, hey, send me some money to get my nails, like, my fingers, my feet and my nails done. And they sent the money. I'm like, damn. So it worked like that. But I never spent it because I just wanted to see, like, how girls be getting this shit done? Like, what? Right. How?
What I have learned, though, everything has a price to pay. So you being that way is good for you in the long run. Because I talk to, like I said, I don't really scam, but I have dealt with guys. But see, usually if I ever do something like that, it's guys that I ultimately already like, or we have a relationship, you know. So if I say, like, I need this done, I don't think it's a scam because you getting my goodies, but I can get some goodies from you, you know?
And that brings me to this.
So it really just depends on that.
Is that a form of, I don't know, not prostitution, but I don't know what to call it. Because, like, I heard this conversation before. It's like, well, whether they're giving you money in hand or take you out on a date, they still paying for the sex.
Right. So that's where I go back to everything has a price to pay.
Yeah.
Everything costs in some form. Any relationship you have, whether it's your parents, your romantic partner, your children, whoever it is, you're doing something to get something.
Oh, true.
And it don't matter. Even with your kids, you're raising them to be good people to do it. You have a good human being that you created, you know. With your partner, you giving something to this person to get something from it. Nobody is ever going to, even with friendships, you're not going to just be a person friend for nothing. I want to at least call you and say, bitch, let's go out. I want to at least be like, let's do this.
Nice to say like that,
thing, you know? Yeah. Like, something always come from it, you know?
Right. And it don't have to be negative.
Yeah, it don't have to always be fun either. You know, some guys just want certain things. But that all goes back to when you establish a relationship and you know what you want. Like, I personally want to be like, you got to give me money. I wouldn't want that. But I definitely don't want to. I feel like I'm too old to lay down with anybody that I can't depend on if I needed something.
True. And plus, my daddy always, and the thing with me is, like, what stick in my mind is my dad always say, why would he buy the cow if he could get the milk for free? Mm-hmm. So, like, certain situations, like, I'm going to hold back a little bit because my daddy said, you going to keep milking me and not buy me if I keep giving you the milk for free. Mm-hmm. So, that always stick in my mind. And a lot of people be confused by, like, what your daddy mean by that. Like, for one, my dad from the South. For two, of course, he old school, so what he mean by why would he buy the cow if he could get the milk for free? Basically saying, like, why would he marry you, or why would this person do this for you if they can just be like, hey, give me this, and you give it to him without them actually, like, working for it and things like that. Exactly. So, like that will forever be embedded into my mind. And I cannot wait to see Tegan that, even though I got, like, a bunch of years. And so, yeah, so, like that really, really stuck with me. And, but it is true, like, it don't always, like, I just really feel like it's a name for it, and I just cannot say it. Like, I don't know what it is, but today I'm just definitely drawing blanks on every freaking thing. Let's flip the page a little bit. That was our ratchet segment. So now let's get a little righteous, because, you know, we are not just beauties, we are brains over here. We did go to school and things like that. We do run businesses, okay? So let's talk about Ukraine. I really don't want to because I'm tired of hearing about it, but we got to talk about it. Like, how do you feel about what's going on in Ukraine, and have you heard about them holding basically all the black people back? And I say black people because they're from Africa or they brown skin. Right. And they're basically holding them back and making sure all the white people get what they need to go first, or get on the train first, or get on the plane first, or cross to Portland first. And low-key, Portland government said they don't want black people there. In so many words. They ain't gonna come right out and say it, but you can read between the lines. Right. And then they want people to send aids and rescue. I'm not sending shit. I'm not donating shit. If my brothers and sisters is not gonna benefit from it. Like, exactly. Y'all got me fucked up. Like, y'all had me sad until I heard that shit. Mm-hmm. Like,
but that's one of those things that is always so unfortunate. So I try not to really watch the news. I feel like the news is so depressing. I watch enough to keep in the loop and know what's going on, you know, to have an idea. So I haven't really heard much about it since knowing about it, you know. But I did hear it come out on the radio. But like you said, why would I want to give anything? First of all, I feel like one of America's biggest problems is we have so many issues here, and they be so quick to run off somewhere else to help, which I understand the purpose of it. I get that. But at the same time, you can't be Captain Save-A-Ho when in your world.
Right, you sending over like, millions and billions of dollars and weapons.
We still got kids struggling here, starving.
Let's talk about these public schools.
Like, it's so much I feel like they should invest in and make sure taking care of.
What about reparation for black people that we still haven't got? Joe Biden, but, you know, and Kamala Harris, since, you know, you assist and you down. Right. But, yeah, we still waiting on all that.
One thing I wasn't sure about all that, they gonna say they gotta say to get there. And 9 out of 10, they don't keep.
Oh yeah, people liars. We know this. But yeah, it's crazy.
I do feel unfortunate though, whether they're black or white. I feel
don't know about very unfortunate
bombing about the whole situation. Yeah, but I do feel like though, this is why stuff happens to people when you don't do good about other people. You can't treat black people one way and then make your world gonna just be so great. Like you ain't step back to see like, oh, maybe we getting this shit happening. That's because we some horrible people with how we think about other things. So that's something to always think about.
And what my thing is, I'm looking out for China. Because let's be clear, China is China. They not on nobody's side. So I feel like when China steps in or start helping out Ukraine, that's when everything is going to go left. So every night I pray that China, you know, just stay in their lane. But China got the money right now. Right. And we owe China. So China decides to help Ukraine, and even though they have been helping them in little ways, like with money transfers and stuff like that, shit gonna really go left, and that'll make me hella fucking nervous because China is the one with the money. China basically is like the end-all, be-all. So wherever they fall, that's when America will have their fate. Because China, their economy is booming. Even with the whole I want to say H1N1, Lord have mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the whole COVID situation, like they economy still moving. They continuously moving forward. They continuously inventing things. Like, yeah. So I'm keeping my eye on China. Forget everything else. I need my ear to the ground in China because I need to know their next move, because their next move is going to determine so much, and people just don't understand that. And then I feel like people get distracted by other things that's going on in the world. I'm keeping my eyeballs on China. Then that's where I know where shit's going to be.
Definitely.
And then yesterday I went to the gas pump. The gas was $4.49. I was like, oh, this is too close to $5 for me.
Mhm.
I said, oh no. And they usually only take me $32 to $35 to fill my tank up. Girl, I put $30 in my tank and it lasted me. I'm like, wow. It didn't even make it a little bit too full. Like, it just stopped, like, right at the notch before full. I'm like, damn, we can't go over a little bit more. But, yeah, these gas prices is out of control.
Yeah.
And I drive too much for that. And I'm going to feel like we're going to have to go back into lockdown or something because I need a reason to
I'm not going to lie. I am definitely a person right now that's getting tore up by this gas. I filled up 3 times in the last week. And each time I spent almost $60.
Oh! I could not be serious.
Yep, actually yesterday, I filled up yesterday, and that made it a week. I filled up the first time last Monday, and then again, like, Thursday. And then I filled up again yesterday.
Girl, I feel like I've been living at the gas station, and I'm like, I cannot. Like,
and that's the part that's crazy, too. One of my friends pointed out, he was like, gas be going in your car fast, and now it costs more, and I was laughing because twice, like, you know how, like, if it's cold, you, like, put your hands in your pocket, you look up and like, damn, it's $30 already? Like, it don't move that fast for the other car.
Okay.
I'm like, it's so crazy how they getting down like that. Like, the gas is getting in the car super fast. But with it being so high, for whatever reason, it's like it's running out quicker.
And that's the scary part, because I don't want to go back to 2006 when gas prices was hella high. We had that blackout, and that was a lot. It was fun as a kid, but not as an adult when you got bills and stuff and all of that. It's not fun. Like, no. Then not only is gas going up, but foods and goods and services is going up. Because it's like, first of all, I don't get EBT. So shout out to all you people that get EBT. I'm jealous of y'all.
Okay.
But, like, I literally could only buy, like, 10, 11 items, and that should be, like, $100. And I'd be like, what?
Mhm.
Like, come on now.
It's the simple things, too, that you don't expect to go up.
Man.
Like they have. I can't remember what it was I grabbed, but I know over the summer, I would grab similar stuff. Just a couple items to make a quick dinner, like a pack of chicken. No, you know what? It was hamburger meat. For a small pack that usually used to be like $4 was $10.
Ooh, child, no. Ooh, child, no. And then I even sent Shatara this picture, but shout out to Shatara and Baby S. I sent her a picture of this Target, sign that said, pay is $14, managers, what was it, $18, and assistant managers, $20-something. I said, so where do I sign up? So if any of y'all ever seen yet the Taco Bell nearest you, just know I'm getting that money because they're paying me $20 an hour to be there. And I'm like, I ain't even mad at it, okay?
Right.
Because if I was living in Texas, I would for sure be working at Chick-fil-A. Because, for one, it's not always warm in Texas, that I've learned. But for one, it's nice, decent weather in Texas, and I see, because I'm nosy as fuck. So I asked one of the girls, I'm like, I'm just curious how much you get paid. And she didn't have a problem telling me. She said she get paid $17 an hour.
You can tell.
And she's been there for 2 years. I said,
that's the reason why people are so nice. Okay. They get paid well.
Okay.
And you gotta realize, like, I hear so many people say, okay, when they used to have this conversation years ago, like 6-7 years ago, about increasing fast workers' pay, I was not a person that was super big on it due to the fact that it's a lot of jobs.
I worked at McDonald's, so
it's a lot of jobs that I feel like people have better jobs, better careers,
like nurses,
and don't get paid enough.
Like
teachers, I think get paid shit for what they do.
Teachers should be getting paid.
So I just really feel like
anybody, especially having to deal with them snotty nose ass badass kids that some of y'all be having.
Yeah, I just feel like everybody should get paid a decent wage, but for it to be super high at that time, I'm like, no. Now, right now, with the price of everything, I understand, but I know that they're also, it's not because they see the worth or the value, it's because they need the help. So it's the only way we get them in the door. Because I'm pretty sure once things kind of stabilize, I'm not sure they'll be able to go down.
Oh yeah,
but they're definitely not gonna
they can't
keep going up or anything, you know.
They can't renege on that. But my thing is, the only reason why I used to hate when they used to like raise these workers' prices, I'm like, because then my McChicken not gonna be no dollar no more. What the fuck you mean raise these people pay? They need to go to school, they need to get a real job. But I understand it now. Like a job is a job at the end of the day, and I don't care where you work. I don't care if you popping that ass on a pole or you flipping burgers at Burger King. Keep your money. Just don't try to scam me. Take my credit card information. Do none of that. I don't care what you do. Just leave my bank account alone. You do anything else, I don't care what type of hustle you is. Don't be out here killing kids, killing women, killing anybody, and don't be out here just taking money out of people, especially poor people. Like, y'all getting poor people. Y'all not even getting the people with the real money. Y'all getting poor people. Like, nah, B.
And usually be for a couple $100, $1,000, or just anything that's like that. Like, what was your actual reason?
I respect any type of hustle, especially shit like that. Like, no, that's just one thing I cannot get with. Nope. So, I'm gonna wind it down a little bit and just talk about everyday life. So, what's been going on with you? What's been on your mind? What you got going on?
Right now, my biggest thing is working, getting ready for the summer, rebranding my business right now is the biggest thing. Trying to do a little bit of a different, obviously nothing is really changing majorly, but just promoting differently, using my platform in different ways. Like, that's my biggest thing now. I've been doing a lot of mix and mingles with businesses, so I can get in the hands of different things right now. So that's the biggest thing is my business. I'm also been working a lot just to get. I feel like before summer, I thought you do it in the winter time, but just that's the time where you go kind of hard, so you can enjoy the summertime. You don't really care about the cost of things if you know you got a nice little savings account, and you working. And I'm the person that if I'm working a lot, it's so hard to think about my relationship status, missing people I don't need to deal with, or what's not working out for me. Obviously, I don't care about that stuff right now if I'm busting my ass.
Right.
So that's really all this is, like, ways to better my brand, to expand my brand, making sure I'm available to receive those blessings I'm praying for,
So I've been, I want to rebrand my candle business, but I got that a little bit on the back burner, but not that far back. I am working on my ice cream brand. Hello, I dream of ice cream. Also working on opening a cafe in Pontiac. I really want to open in Pontiac, but it's a lot of favoritism that go on in this city. But I'm not nervous about that because I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for I'm gonna say the white folk. They the one that's gonna have them kids at my cafe.
Okay.
But yeah, working on that, trying to find grants and stuff like that, so I won't have to, dip into my savings account. But if push from a shove and I just have to, because I really want to get that cafe up and going. Well, since the last podcast, I had a whole child. She's 14 months now. So just taking care of her, taking stuff day by day. And still trying to live life at the same time. Because, your girl loves to get on planes and catch flights and just be gone. But now I have to take Tegan along with me. And I have to take her along with me in May. And we're going to see how this goes. Because the first time I took her on a flight, she was 8 months. So it was easy for me to, give her the bottle and, she was asleep. But now I'm supposed to be on the go. So I don't know how this is going to go. A few people might be mad at me on the flight, but, they just going to have to tough it out for them 2 hours. Because I'm going to have to tough it out. Because I don't want to hear it either.
Right.
But it is what it is. I just want to give a couple of shout-outs to Bravey Gang Entertainment. It's an up-and-coming entertainment business. Looking for artists, professional dancers, videographers, and things like that. Also give a shout-out to my company, I Dream of Ice Cream. And then my cafe is going to be called Cereal and Things. Can't wait to give you guys more information about that. Also want to shout out High Kisses, which is Kennedy Edible Company. So if y'all guys is looking for them edibles, get in touch with Kennedy. Do you have any shout outs or anything?
We can shout out to Beauty Lounge where I work at. with my business partner, Alicia. We've really been doing a lot of nice things right now. We're doing a bunch of pop-up shops, and we just did a brunch and browse, which was a nice, successful event. But keep on the lookout for more things coming from us.
I'm excited. So I just want to let you guys know, give you some positive affirmations. My favorite one today is I choose to be happy and love myself, which we should do every day, no matter how tough things get, no matter how hard things get. Just be happy and be grateful for the things that are going good, and love yourself first, because who's going to take care of you if you don't? See ya.
Bye.